Hello everybody, welcome to the EM Code. I'm Dr. Wajiha, emergency physician by occupation. Join my quest in asking right questions from right people to get right answers. Our guest for today is Dr. Savera Rafiq Chaudhry from Karachi, Pakistan. She's an emergency physician. And welcome to the EM Code, Dr. Savera. My first question to you would be, what's the level of exposure of emergency medicine in the medical students in Pakistan, and how is it in the general public in the outskirts of the country?
The level of awareness regarding emergency medicine in Pakistan is yet to be evolved. As compared to UK, it's not that much established, but now people are getting more awareness about emergency medicine. People are showing interest in emergency medicine. I'm doing my residency in Dr. Zawdin Hospital, and it's a 4-year MD program, and we have a lot of pass outs. Few of them are associate professor now, few of them are registrar, or few of them are even head of department in few hospitals. Apart from Ziauddin, other institutes are also playing a vital role in developing emergency medicine in Pakistan, like Aga Khan, Indus Hospital, LNH, JPMC, and Shifa International Hospital, Lady Reading Peshawar Hospital. And we do have a Pakistan Emergency Society of Emergency Medicine, and which is a professional body for developing emergency medicine in Pakistan. And I think there is now a trend of young doctors joining the emergency department, because its flexibility and variability of this specialty, and it do have a huge scope in Western countries.
It always makes me happy when I get to hear that more and more emergency physicians are joining up the course. My next question to you would be, what was your experience in the pandemic like as a resident, as a daughter? What were your concerns?
Well, I joined emergency medicine before the pandemic. It was 1 year before that. So, when the pandemic happened, we all were very stressed about our loved ones, that we might expose them. We were expected to wear PPE, and at that time it was very difficult and tough us to wear layers in summer especially. And we were very stressful about the outcome of the disease, because no one knew what is going to happen to themselves, to their patients, and what is going to happen the next day. I remember when I was exposed to COVID, and I was so stressed that I might die in few seconds. What if I develop respiratory complication? What if I am not able to breathe? And the deadly thing which I noticed was there was increased mortality in ED, because patients were coming to us with hypoxia, and they were not able to breathe. So it was a lot of stress for us to see people suffer. And you never know what the deadly virus is going to our body and to our patients and to the whole world.
No wonder the effects of the pandemic have been uniform all over the world, and obviously, the health professionals have been more stressed and worried. How do you manage your academics in stressful conditions like this?
Regarding the academics, as we have fixed duties, we have 2 morning duties and 2 evening duties and 2 off. So I do study on my day off, and The thing which I do, and it's become my habit, and it is helping a lot. I study whatever the new cases I receive. For example, if I receive the snake bite for the first time, I'll go home and I study the snake bite management, and I am going to discuss that management with my senior. So you get more points, and you get benefit from their experience as well. So I think reading a topic daily helps a lot, and I think discussion do play a vital role in memorizing things, because it's very difficult for the resident to remember all the things, because we have to study all the specialties. And for example, we have to study obs and gynaes, we should know about pph and preeclampsia, and we should know ortho, we should know medicine, we should know the critical care, and we should know surgical emergencies and lots of other emergencies.
That's a pretty nice and hardworking way of handling your academics, I'd say. What do you think is the role of wellness in emergency medicine?
The role of wellness in emergency department is very crucial, because our quick decisions are beneficial for the patient. So if we are mentally disturbed, we cannot make good decisions or quick decisions, which is definitely harmful for our career, our patients, and everyone around us.
So, how do you manage to spread awareness about emergency medicine via social media?
Well, I'm on Instagram, and my ID is EM Residency PAK, and I usually share 2 to 3 posts per day. I started posting on Instagram to create awareness among junior doctors, and I just love it, because whatever I study, or whatever a case I receive, I tend to put on the Instagram, and that's very helpful for the junior doctors, and it's very good for my memory also, because I can retain more things while writing it down on a diary or on Instagram.
That's a good idea. Last but not least, I'd like to ask the most common question. Why did you choose emergency medicine? What do you like about emergency medicine?
Well, I love emergency medicine. I'm very passionate about it, because it's a specialty which is full of challenges. It's like a puzzle. Every step is dependent on another step. But the good thing is that you know the tricks of the puzzle, that is airway, breathing, and circulation.
Thank you so much, Dr. Savera. Thank you so much for joining the EM code. I wish you all the best with your endeavors with emergency medicine.